Hi, Chef Geraldine.
Hi, Chef
Welcome
Gigi.
back. Welcome back to Beyond the Chef Jacket with us today. And we're very excited to have you on. Yeah, I'm so excited to have you. I don't even know where to
Yeah.
start.
Hi, Gigi. How are you doing? Thank you so much for inviting me to be on your platform. I've been watching it and you're doing great. I think as chefs, sometimes we also want to talk about things that are not necessarily work. So this platform is really going to do that for us. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure being
Okay.
here.
Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. So let's dive right into it. I'm sure everyone wants to know who you are, what you do, what's beyond that chef jacket that you're wearing, apart from Chef Geraldine. What's all the beyond you? Yeah, we just want to know a bit about you, where you are right now as well.
Okay. So I'm currently in South Africa, Johannesburg. And I think me beyond the chef jacket, the first and foremost thing is I love God. Um, I am a Christian, and I do a lot of things in the house of God. I believe that Jesus died for us, so I am first a Christian, and then I'm also a mom to three beautiful kids. This youngest who's a teenager now, so trying to adjust to not being needed as much anymore. But yeah, those are a mom and Christian. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, that's good. Yeah, also like the cheddar chip brand is really centered in Christ. So I'm so excited that you mentioned that you're a Christian and everything else follows, and
Mm.
you really participate in the kingdom. And I know that you also lead the women, and I
Yes.
know that you also use your skill a lot in your
Oh,
ministry,
yes.
and that's amazing. These skills that we have, they're supposed to be actually
True.
used in the kingdom. So I'm happy to hear that. And also your beautiful kids, they are
Yes.
gorgeous and they are very well behaved, and you're an awesome mom, I should
Thank
say.
you
You're
so
an
much.
awesome. Yeah.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so I have a question for you. What's the
Okay.
one thing people would be surprised to know about you outside the kitchen or events world? Because you're an event chef now,
Yes.
and apart from being a chef and a mom, what is that one thing that people will be really surprised about you?
I think I'll go back to ministry. A lot of people will actually be really shocked that I do even conduct sermons in church. I think most of my colleagues will be really shocked about that because that's a side of me that they haven't seen. They're usually seeing the crazy, the stressed out, they haven't seen me in front of the pulpit, talking to people, evangelism, things like that. So I think that is something that they'll be really shocked to know.
Yeah, so I think it's also for most chefs, when we are at work, we get into this work mode where we are so focused on what we need to do. And you being an event chef, you are leading the event
Yeah.
department, and you're doing such a great job. So I'm sure most people will be surprised that, okay, beyond this chef jacket, there's a woman of God who's really
Yes.
anchored in God. And yeah, but it's not like you're shying away from it, are you?
No, 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 definitely not. Not never.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so second question would be, if your chef jacket could talk, what's the craziest story it would tell? So this is regarding in the kitchen, or in the event world, or places that you've worked, yeah, restaurants. What is the craziest thing that your chef jacket could talk about?
I think that's a funny one because I would think if just thinking what my chef jacket will say would be how it's covered, it has absorbed my sweat and it's been with me in my, like, when it's hot in the kitchen, it's stressful, it's felt all those emotions with me. And I think it's standing the test of time because it's the nice thing about a chef jacket is breathable, it's durable. So you kind of, you don't really feel the heat in the kitchen, but I think it's absorbed a lot of my sweat.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's also another thing many people don't understand, that when we wear the chef jacket, we wear it with so much pride because it goes
Yes.
through the process. It sometimes the tears, the laughter, the sweat, and also the way it is made, like technically
Yes.
it is made in a way to be able to be breathable. It
Yes.
is made in a way to be comfortable, to be able to
Mm,
put extra things on it, and it's just
true.
more than just any t-shirt or jacket. So yeah, it's a story to tell, to say, yeah, if your chef jacket could actually write a story, I'm sure it would write a book.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to the third question. So coffee before events or energy drink? Be honest.
The funny thing is, I don't like either, which is very
Okay.
weird. Yeah, I don't like, I'm not a coffee person. I prefer tea.
Yeah.
Energy drinks, they've never really been my thing. So, tea and water, I guess. Otherwise, I'm
Yes.
not a coffee person. I will have a cappuccino here and there, but it's not, yeah, it's not a train
It's
smash
not
if I
like, yeah.
don't. Mm.
Okay, that's good. Well, it's actually brilliant because neither of them are good for our health.
Mm.
So water, yeah, water is usually, yeah, the go-to for hydrating
Mm.
ourselves and all. Okay. So next question. You have collaborated with some of the most luxurious events that we know already. What's your secret sauce to making them unforgettable? So, like, I know from the stories that we have spoken about, that in your event world, you meet a lot of high profile people,
That's
VIP. And sometimes when it's not even VIP or high profile, you bring that VIP essence to your
yes.
events. So, what is your secret to really enhancing that to showcase?
I think when doing these such events, it's for me it has to be meticulous planning in the on the get-go. Like I need to plan things from even logistics and who's going to be working the staff and all that. So it needs, I think the first thing for me would be like the planning of this whole event. For it to be unforgettable, you need to plan it with the information that you get from your clients, I guess, trying to suit exactly what it is that they need from this. So planning is the first one. And then I think the second one that I would go for is having a great team, like also, communicating well with your team, making sure that every person knows what they're doing and what they're responsible for. So, communication with your team is a very also it plays a big role in making the event success and unforgettable. So I think those two for me stand out.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. That's absolutely true. Planning is everything. It is everything, especially in our industry. It's everything.
Yeah.
Okay. The next question. Have you ever had a moment where everything goes wrong, God forbid, but the guests, they have no idea what happened, or they have no idea? Have you ever had one of those?
Oh my, I've had a lot of those, but let me tell you about what happened recently. I think this past Saturday, I was doing it was a wine launch, Steinberg. I think it's a South African brand. They were having a wine tasting. So I had 500 people, and the client wanted us to use disposable plates and spoons.
Okay.
So I didn't get enough plates, ran out of plates in the middle of service. And I had to make a plan. Luckily, the team that I had, they we talked to the clients as if there was no problem. And these paper plates were bought in like a few minutes. Someone went out to buy them and already on the display. Not even a guest really noticed that we were out of them, but it was like I was panicking at the back.
The behind the scenes, yeah, they can be really, hectic.
I was panicking, yeah, but it went well. They didn't notice anything. I actually got feedback now from my boss that they say the event was amazing.
I think the key to it all is just remaining calm and talking to your clients like just like they are humans, they are natural. Just be natural. Don't be too scared. They're still just people. So I think that's the key. Like you're saying, you're just talking to the client and the guest, and entertaining them and diverting the issue. That's a good. Okay, so another one would be, what's the most over-the-top requests a client has made for an event?
So, okay, I don't know if all the other chefs will attest to me right now. There's a lot of dietaries out here now, hey? So, so you get, no onion, no avo, like it's a lot. I think for me, it's the dietaries that are, I don't know whether people have become aware or people have become so allergic to so many things all of a sudden, but there's a lot of dietaries, and I'm still learning. Learning. Yeah. So dietaries. So the no avo, no onion, no, cucumber. Someone will even say no cucumber, and then you're just okay, The guest is always right.
Yeah, the guest is always right. It's unlike when we started. Remember when we started in this industry, it was usually the normal, the nuts allergy, the normal stuff. But
the vegetarian,
now it can be so hectic. People would say, but I lactose free. Then you bring, but then they'll tell you no. But there's just a bit. There's a bit more.
Yeah,
and it's okay. It's okay. The guest always is right at the end of the day. Because they want that preference. But I just wish people would be more knowledgeable to the nutritional factor of all of these foods that they say no cucumber, for instance. Just wish they could be more knowledgeable around the nutritional factors of all these foods. Yeah. Okay, so next question. Describe your cooking style in 3 words.
Okay, I think I'd say Mediterranean, steamed, and then I'd say Korean.
Oh, Korean is delicious. I like Korean.
Yeah, I'm big on flavors, so like Korean food is actually very even Greek, even Mediterranean, like especially the Greek style of food. I love that.
I like Mediterranean too. Okay, so next one, plated or buffet?
Buffet. I would say buffet because I love doing harvest tables. I'm more of the styling side, so I prefer buffet all the time because then I get to play around with stuff on the table.
It's fun. It's fun. But you have had the experience to do both, haven't you?
Yeah, I do have the experience to do both. I just love buffets more because I can play more. Yeah,
you have more freedom. Okay. Next one. What dish makes client go wow every time you serve it?
Maybe let me talk about the clients that I have. Salmon. People really love salmon a lot. It can be, the one in soya or just a sweet chili, salmon in general. Yeah, I've noticed most of my clients, they love it.
Yeah,
they love it a lot.
I think the other thing about salmon is you have to know how to cook it perfectly in terms of so that it can be a wow dish.
Yes. You need to be able to. It needs to be flaky. It needs to be it mustn't be dry.
Yes, it shouldn't be dry. Okay, so next one would be, you walk in the kitchen. You walk into the kitchen. What's your go-to hype song?
Oh, so since I love gospel, it also kind of grounds me and kind of keeps me calm. So that's something that I want to that's the energy that I want when I get into the kitchen. So I'm a big fan of Marizu, Limbo Blaze, these Nigerian Christian artists. They got their nice music going, so I always listen to them most of the time.
Okay, all right. So as we wind down, a few more questions. What drives you to keep creating, whether in the kitchen or behind an event?
Okay, I guess also just the challenge of wanting to, learn new things in my industry, since trends they keep changing. So I think that also motivates me to want to, do more. And I guess, when you're working with a very good team, I'm very privileged to work with a good team. I think they also help with motivation, because it's great working with them. Everything is flawless, even when we do have issues. And I think I'm just passionate about it. Just my passion about it. I love, connecting with people through my food. So, I think, just passion, passion for it.
Okay. What's your dream collaboration for your brand, or for an event, or even just a chef? What's your dream person to collaborate with, or company, or just even an individual? It doesn't have to be a chef. It can be even an event planner or anything like that.
Okay. So I think if I was to, I don't have any particular brand, but just in general, I wouldn't mind partnering with, healthy eating, healthy lifestyle kind of brands. And I also love Pioneer Woman. I don't know if you watch it on, is it BBC? I love her because that's somebody I wouldn't mind collaborating. In fact, I want, in the near future, that's me at my farmhouse, doing my cooking shows in my kitchen, cooking for people I love, things like that. So I think, and Ina Garner, is it Ina Garner? She's also another celebrity chef that I also like working with. I think I love to bake because of her. So really? I wouldn't mind meeting those and collaborating with them.
Okay. All right. So last question. What's your event planner survival kit? 3 of it. 3 must-haves.
Okay, I definitely need to have a scissors. I definitely need to have a scissors. I think raffia as well, because I think when we're talking event planning, we're not necessarily only talking about the food. We're talking about the whole thing. I think raffia. I don't know if you raffia. It's like a string, like a wool that you tie.
Yes.
Bouquets. So this maybe would be for my canapé platters. If I need to put some bunches of flowers, and then I have the scissors, I have the raffia. And then I think when it comes to the cooking side, modern salt.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, modern salt. That's my God, it's just like sea salt.
Yeah. Salt of the world. So it goes everywhere.
Yeah.
So finally, I just wanted to thank you, and I just want you to tell us where our viewers can find you, if they want to follow you on Instagram, if they are looking for an event planner in the southern region in Africa, or you can even fly, anywhere to do events. You're just an excellent event chef. I will call you for my wedding. I'm calling you your book.
Thank you.
So just tell us where they can find you, and how they can connect to you.
Okay. So on Instagram, my Instagram handle is Fadzi, Fadzy 001. That's my handle on Instagram. That's the page that I post most of my food and stuff items so far. Okay. Yes. So anyone that needs to hire me or just get some information, they can get me on there. Fadzi 001.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure everyone will be following you after they watch this. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Geraldine.
Thank you so much.
And we appreciate. So we'll call you back, and maybe we will have more. We have more questions, I'm sure.
That'll be nice.
Yeah.
That'll be nice. Thank you for having me.
Pleasure. Bye.
Bye.